Welcome back to the channel. Many thanks for all your questions this month. Let's get straight to them.
Okay, so our first question this month is a question that came out of preparations for some A-level exams, in terms of some of our students that have to take theory exams in line with their A-levels, and on some practice papers that were given to them by their tutors. One of these questions was a little bit confusing. So the question was, what is the interval between a B, that's a B natural, and an F flat? Okay, so intervals in general, as a brief overview of how to look at this and to see why this question is difficult to answer and why the student really couldn't put an answer in there, and that's why they asked us, is we have to relate the two notes to something. So generally we'll take the first note, which is the B, as our sort of one chord or our parent key, and then we evaluate the other note in light of that. Now technically in the key of B, F sharp would be a perfect fifth, E natural would be a perfect fourth, but we've been told to deal with an F flat. Well, that doesn't feature in that key. Now normally that would mean that we need to look at intervals outside the key, like a minor interval or a diminished or augmented interval. That's kind of where we normally go. However, if you think about it, an F natural would be a diminished fifth. An F flat is enharmonically really an E. So technically it is a perfect fourth, but if you're using the letter F, it really can't be, because that doesn't really work like that. So it leaves you in a position where you can't really answer the question. So the only real answer to that kind of question is enharmonically it's a fourth, but realistically, unless you've got the note E, it can't really be classified as a fourth. We would say enharmonic fourth, but if you get questions like that, they're a little bit cruel in an exam, we think. But yeah, that's exactly how you should really approach that type of question, but hopefully that kind of very weird interval wouldn't be something you get even on a grade 5 theory exam, because it kind of does stretch your thinking a little bit. Hope that helps. Okay, our second question this month, and we have another interesting challenge, I think. Possibly, I don't even know if this one's interesting, but let's see what we can do with it. So, David Gaskell has asked, if you were to happen to throw a tennis ball off the Grand Canyon, I'm not sure why you'd ever happen to do that, but if that ever happened and you wondered what would happen if it landed in a 2,300 milliliter bucket of custard, what would be the resonating frequency of the custard? Vaguely musical, I think, but we realised it would give us a great opportunity to shoot our first Western. So, here it is.
Thanks again for all your questions this month, and if you have any questions for us for next month, be sure to hit us up on social media and we'll be sure to get back to you.